Ryan Sunguli of the Ring Magazine here with Kolbeinn, Kristinsson. This is a very interesting thing. This is, I think, only twice in my life I've ever interviewed the greatest boxer ever from a country, right? I've interviewed Manny Pacquiao. Now I'm speaking with the greatest and most accomplished, certainly, Icelandic boxer. You're heavyweight, you're with 13-0 now? 13-0. First off, talk to me about, you haven't fought since last October. What's the plan in terms of moving forward and getting into heavyweight contention?
So it's just getting fights, starting to fight again. That's the thing, just get fights, and it's supposed to be something big in November. And if I get the ball rolling, just put a couple fights together, a couple good wins, I'll be fighting these big guys and knock them out.
Tell me about we here at an amateur boxing show just concluded. Tell me about the local scene here. It seems like since the last time I was here was 4 years ago, it feels like things have picked up a lot. And I understand that you had a lot to do with that. You helped organize a lot of the stuff. You're obviously fighting on bigger cards. I guess that has to help with the popularity of the sport as well.
Yeah, they brought me into the federation to help reorganize the whole amateur system. So create a tournament that kind of forces people to, if they want to compete, they have to compete in tournaments. It's twice a year, and it's directly connected to the national tournament, championship, and it's directly connected to the national team. So you have to fight it to do anything more. And so it's growing. It's growing a lot now.
That's good. So there's no ducking and dodging in Iceland, is what you're telling me.
If you're ducking and dodging, you're not getting any fights. You're not doing anything.
So tell me about, since the last time we spoke, you've been very busy in terms of, training with Sugar Hill, also trained with Tyson Fury. You were over in the States for a long time. Tell me about just your experiences, getting over to the States, training with Sugar Hill, and also getting to move around with Tyson Fury. What are some of the experiences that you've had over in the States?
It's because it's tough. It's a lot of hard work. It's tough, but it's mostly about just being ready. Just being ready when you're boxing, just being ready for the next punch, whatever. When you're not fighting, being ready for the next fight, just staying ready. That's Sugar Hill style. Staying ready and knocking people out. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And then knockouts.
And get knockouts. That's always a good strategy.
Yeah.
Moving with Tyson Fury, tell me about that. What's that been like?
First time it was I'd never experienced anything like that. So, I get when guys fight him and they're kind of shell shocked. I get it because it's different. The first time I never boxed anyone like him before. But that's why he's number one.
Is it just the size? Because
size, the movement, the rhythm he moves in, and everything. It's just way different. You have to get used to it.
Can I imagine for you? You're 6'6". There are probably not as many good boxers bigger than you. That's got to be something also. To see someone who's that big and able to move almost like a welterweight.
Yeah, it's because he's big and he's big. You know what I mean? So it's the both. And he moves. He's got great movement.
Who are some of the other heavyweights you were able to get some work with over there?
Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker, he's fantastic. Great power puncher. I boxed, a lot of guys. They're all good. Everyone's good.
And that's going to be great because coming from Iceland, there's not sparring, for someone your size. How much of a relief was that you knew every day, whenever it was sparring day, you were going to get someone good?
It's fantastic. Because there's one guy that I can spar here, and so I'm very grateful for him to help me. He's the only one tough enough and good enough to box me. So getting a variety of guys to fight me to spar is amazing. You grow. It makes you grow.
Absolutely. Let's look at the scene here in the world right now. Zhilei Zhang is getting ready to fight Joe Joyce for a second time. He won the first fight. How do you see that going?
I don't know. It depends on what Joe Joyce does. So last time he came in lighter, tried to be a mover. But if he's heavier, just presses him from the get-go, he might slam my gas like he's done before. But I don't know. He said he's going to be aiming for that eye, so I don't know. It's anyone's guess who's going to win that fight.
And what do you think about Tyson Fury? He's going to be fighting against Francis Ngannou, the UFC fighter. Do you see that like being like anything other than just an exhibition?
I mean, Francis is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like I think for the first 4 or 5 rounds, he's super dangerous. Like he's got that crazy power, so it's always going to be a fight. And it's like I get it because it's best versus best. That's what people want to see. It's like high quality entertainment. So like everything about it makes sense.
Okay. So we won't be seeing like a super fight, crossover fight with you, like fighting against like the big strongman of Iceland, or,
big strongman,
or going up against some of the soccer national team players.
It's like if they all team up and they tag team against me, then probably.
And also, I want to ask you about Usyk. He has a lot of the belts at heavyweight right now. There was kind of controversy where he went down from what was ruled a low blow. Some people say it wasn't a low blow. What did you think about that situation? And did that change how you think about Usyk?
No, because the referees because he hit it below the bell line. It's a low blow. It's like I don't know what there's no controversy about that. If he really think he hurt him to the body, he should have kept going to the body and stopped him. But it's kind of on him. I don't know. It's not on the judge, referee.
Thinking about it, because Usyk's, Fury's talking about he wants to fight. He's gonna fight Ngannou. He wants to fight, the other UFC fighter, John Jones. So it looks like that path is gonna be busy for a bit. But Usyk has 3 belts, right?
3 belts.
3 of the belts, and where do you see yourself in a matchup with Usyk? Like, how long do you think you would be ready to fight him or whoever else has the belts at that time? And is that a fight that you think about?
So, if I'm fighting regularly, I'd say 12 months to a year and a half. I can win the heavyweight championship. That's 100%.
Do you envision a fight like that?
Like how it would go?
Yeah, like visualize it. Yeah.
Yeah, like you start a little bit, but I'm gonna get a lot better in the next year and a half. So the skills that I have now is gonna be a lot better. So, but just by the skills that I have now, I can compete with the best guys. So if I get better, I'll beat them.
What is it that you do that you think would give Usyk trouble?
So a lot of guys that fight him, it's like they don't understand angles and movement. So it's easy for Usyk just move around and hit them in the right spots. But if I counted all the angles, all the movements, and then pressure him, he'll break.
Understood. Yeah. So and last, I just want to ask you about just being here in Iceland. Are you currently the only pro boxer here?
There's a female boxer.
Oh yes,
One female, but I'm the only male boxer.
Professional boxing still not legal here. What's the process so far? I understand there's a bill.
There's a bill into Congress that's like it's on hold or whatever. I don't know how this works. So hopefully in the next couple of years it'll be allowed. They're probably gonna test it out, like put it on a pro event, just to see what happens, like see if they stop it or not. That might happen. That's probably the best idea to pressure him.
Is that a dream of yours to be able to fight here professionally?
I mean, it's a dream to defend world championship belt in Iceland. That's the dream. Not just fight it, just to defend my world championship.
Awesome. And then lastly, I just want to ask you, like you said, you're about 12 months or 18 months away from being ready to fight against Usyk. Who would you want to fight? I mean, there's a lot of names in the heavyweight division. an exciting, time right now. Are there any names in mind that like jump out as like those would be the guys that you would want to fight?
I don't know. It's a lot of them. I don't know. Like I like Hergovich and Sanchez, like that one. And Jared Anderson is also another one. It's also like because they're all good, but they're limited at certain in their style. It's a limitation, and I can see exploiting it.